Yes. Woo! Yeah. Hello. Here we are. Shit is happening. We're in. Yes, that's right, Michael Saparich. Saparich, there we go, I've shortened your name. Saparich, the whole internet to myself tonight. How good is that? I convinced everyone else in Australia to turn their internet off, so now it's all mine. How exciting. Hello everybody, Sieg Dard Jacinta, hello, right on time. How are we doing? Everybody on YouTube, you will see on your screens the great Freddie Mercury, okay? Now, I've always been a fan of Queen, but obviously, since the movie came out, I saw it last week, loved it, thought it was really good, and here we are. Thought it'd make for a nice thumbnail, so rip in peace, Freddie. Good evening, Mr. Alebe. Good evening, Mr. Will. Chantel, what up, my dude? Elliot. Adam Elliot. Carly Tapping, hello. Adrian James, I like your name. Adrian James with 2 first names. Hello, Adrian from Adrian. Guys, how are we doing? How's our weekends been so far? Let me know. I'm feeling good. I've had a good weekend. Had a big one last night once again. I just can't seem to help myself. I wake up every Sunday morning, and I'm like, oh god, what have I done? Like, it's not that I had an abnormally large night. It's just that I schedule these for the worst possible time, because then Sunday night comes around, I'm like, oh no, how am I gonna do it? But you guys, you pull me through, you know? I'm just excited to chill with the squad, so that energy comes, you know? Exams. Let us know if you're doing exams. Hope they're going well. Jacinta. Too much shots. Good weekend. Good to hear, Carly. Did anyone do anything fun or exciting? I went to stand-up paddleboarding, you might have seen, with my friend Tom. Had a great time. Had a lovely day. Adrian James Ferguson. My real last name is Ferguson, mate. Aha. Alright, guys. This brings us just about time to begin. The song has ended. Now, what you're going to hear is quite a lot of Queen on this playlist, okay? Obviously, I'm just feeling it after the movie. It was fantastic. Has anyone seen the movie, by the way? If you've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, let me know. What did you think? Did you like it? I really enjoyed it. I've heard people sort of... there's been a few complaints about it. It's a good movie, man. Like, what do you fucking... People are too picky. This is what I'm learning in this modern day. People are way too fussy with movies. Everyone's a movie connoisseur. I've heard some valid criticisms, like they glossed over a few things and there were like factual inaccuracies. But dude, it was a fucking great movie. It was really good, really enjoyed it. And fucking Rami Malek, or Raman Mako, what did I call him? Raman Mako, I think. He played the character really well. So, that is the end of Adrian's film review, and thus begins Sunday Night Live Weird and Wacky News. Let's do this. Joseph Dodson's 4 AM. Well, glad you're still awake. Alright, guys, let's get into it. Before we do, tonight's drink of choice is the Vodka Cruiser Mud Shake. This is, it finally made it happen. It's not Mud Slide, but it's Mud Shake. I don't know if Mud Slide even exists, but yes, here we go. I have the delicious Vodka Cruiser Mud Shake. Here we are. Jacinta, here's to you. Cheers. Oh, that is actually delicious. This is an incredibly tasty drink. Thank you. I'm very proud, Jacinta. Me too. I managed to get to the bottle just before they closed, so thank God. Alright, let's get into the news. Let's get right into it. So, this story caught my eye, and I think this is very, very funny. 2 Marine Corps pilots are under investigation accused of drawing a penis-shaped cloud in the sky. Yeah, so this is what happens when absolute lads take to the air. There's more than one. So, you've got these, where are they? Yeah, Marine Corps as well. These are people we trust to be, like, outstanding members of society. And if you scroll down, I want to reveal the picture in a second because it's very funny. So here's the news. In California in October, something strange happened in the sky. A penis-shaped cloud. On the bright side, this shows how greatly proficient these pilots are. They've been trained well, one Twitter user noted. We can be proud that our fighter pilots are probably the best in the world, and drawing a penis with this amount of skill and precision proves it. That's true. I gotta say, in high school, I was one of those guys who just drew dicks on a lot of things, so I can appreciate a well-drawn penis. Now, so here's the flight plan. If you can see, it seems that they did a couple circles here, and then they went up, and it looks like it's jizzing into the lake, Salton Lake or some shit. Anyway, here we go. So I want you to see the picture. It's very good. If you're on Instagram, get over to YouTube. You'll be able to see this picture in just a moment. But despite the initial online praise, 2 Marine Corps pilots were grounded pending an investigation into the drawing. I love that they thought they could get away with it. Like, yeah, we're just going to draw a giant, probably 3-kilometer long dick in the sky. I will be fine. No one will be able to tell. No problem, dude. The T-34C crew that is being investigated for flying a pattern resembling an obscene image are currently not flying, pending the results of an ongoing investigation. Major Joseph Patterson. Major Joseph Penison. A spokesman with the unit told Marine Corps Times, although not flying for the time being, the 2 Marine Corps aviators are still providing vital squadron ground support functions. Now, there it is. If you can see right now on YouTube, there is the sky penis in question. What's that lyric from the fucking Kendrick song? Something about his dick being so I could fuck the whole world. It's from fuck, I don't know. Anyway, this is, I'm gonna assume this is what they were trying to do. Anyway, there is the giant dick, and there's a Snapchat, bro. That's fantastic. I can't believe it. Navy Times posts this. U.S. Navy aircrew flying an FA-18 Growler, electronic attack aircraft, assigned to Electronic Attack Squadron 130 based at Naval Air Station, flew an air pattern from Okanagan County. Very nice. I like that. Adrian says, it's a beaut. I agree. Carly, laugh cries. Brooke. Alright. There we go. Alright, Jacinta's off. Goodbye. Wow, look at this. We got 5 AM, says Joseph Dodson. Mate, I love the commitment. What are you guys doing watching this so early? I'm so happy. Thank you. Michael Saparich, there it is. I hope my dick get big as the Eiffel Tower so I can fuck the world for 72 hours. Hell damn, I don't know the rest of it. Anyway, that's it. Fuck yeah. Boy, I'm not gonna lie. This is like one of the tastiest things I've ever fucking drank. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Flavored creamy vodka beverage, so I recommend it. Today's video is sponsored by vodka Cruiser. Is it Smirnoff? I think it's Smirnoff. Anyway, alright, interesting news story. Jed, 5 AM, 1:05 PM for you in UK. Okay, hello to everyone watching from the UK. I think my 3rd largest viewership is in the UK. I think it goes the US, so most of you statistically from the US. And then it goes Australia, I'm pretty sure, and then UK, and then fucking like Germany or something. And then I've got like 2 to 3 viewers in every 3rd world country after that. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, Adrian, it's nighttime here, just waiting for a show to come on. Right, that's okay. I'll be the waiting room. This will be the lobby. You just settle with my subpar entertainment while you wait for a better show. I don't blame you. All good. JTVJ bought a 4-pack of those once. They are tasty, just sugary, so don't get drunk on them. Yeah, that is true. This is fucking 0.9 standard drinks. And here I am trying to eat healthy. I'm cutting for summer, you know, I want to get shredded. And I'm drinking this shit. It's not helping at all. Okay, next news story. Let's do this. We got fat bottom girls playing. If Freddie Mercury existed in 2018, this song would be called Thick Girls. So, okay, here we go. Thick with 3 C girls. Boy takes books in microwave after school bans bags. I got fire again, by the way. So, this story is very funny. Boy takes books in microwave after school bans bags. Here is the boy in question. Here we go. Jacob Ford, 17, who was protesting over his school ban of bags. He brought his books into school in various items, including a microwave. Firstly, I don't know why a school would ban bags. I feel like, the risk posed by them is nowhere near comparable to the absolute convenience of having a holder for your books. You know what I mean? What's the risk-reward ratio here? Anyway, a schoolboy resorted to using a microwave to carry his books into school as his school banned sixth formers, so from the UK I assume, from carrying large bags to lessons. 17-year-old Jacob Ford took the stand due to the ridiculous rule change at Spalding Grammar School, which was put in place to prevent younger pupils from being injured. Ah, so it was like, I assume it was like the little kids would like run around the hallways, and because they're at head height to the bags, some like sixth former would turn and hit them in the head with a bag. Gotcha. However, the school then suspended Jacob for 2 days as he held a silent protest where he brought his things to school in various items, including a wicker basket and a microwave. What a legend. What an absolute troll. I love this. Jacob said the reasons for them changing is for one reason and one reason only, which has been hammered into all our brains over the course of the several assemblies we've had. I like this kid. He's got, you know, he's standing up for what's right. In this day and age, this is one of the only things I think worth protesting right now. Health and safety, or more specifically the Year 7s and one member of staff. So there we go. These people have been struck in the face or knocked backwards by our bags swinging around in the corridor. Once again, I do not doubt this ever happening, but this is the best solution to outright ban backpacks. Surely a compromise can be made. This kid sounds incredibly smart, man. I like this. I hope he doesn't turn into like one of those like wanky law students. I know a lot of law students who like have watched like 3 episodes of fucking Law and Order and are trying to recall their legal knowledge in situations where it absolutely does not apply. Jacob also put forward his thoughts in a 3,000-word document titled Bags in Sixth Form. My thoughts on a potential solution that he gave to his head teacher, Stephen Wilkinson. That's what I should have done my, Oh, do you want to see my dissertation? Yeah. This is what I should have done my dissertation on. Here is my, 14,000 word. Look at my references. Look at that shit. Dissertation. What I should have done it is not wasted my time talking about a psychosocial understanding of Victorian Gothic horror. What I should have done, really, is complained about cunts not being able to take bags to school. That's the real issue. Fighting the good fight. Alright. What have we got? Yeah, yeah, I agree. Banana Boy, at least he can heat up his lunch. Yes, that is a great... Does your school have a microwave? My school didn't have a microwave. Like, I feel like that's standard now. That's like one thing that I didn't get. Not to sound like an old cunt, but you know. That mud shake. Adam Elliott, what magazines do you have? I don't have any magazines, my friend. I'm not a magazine reader. I see enough ads. Ah, Banana Boy, your show is the best. Thank you very much. I try and make it as good as I possibly can. Who have we got? It's your memoirs on memoirs, yeah. It's my autobiography. Adrian Allerberg, will there ever be a rainbow? The Poden, damn, guess you're putting Sweden somewhere in the rest of the third world country list. Are you Swedish? Is that why you're watching from Sweden right now? Mate, sort your country out. Michael Smoke, oh, I've read that. You could say he's cooked. Oh, shit. Will, mate, genius. Look at that. We got a comedian here. Alright, Fiocco, hello. Jade, hello. Alright, next story. Let's move on. I gotta say, this cruiser is so delicious, but I'm absolutely, I'm sobering up, if anything. Alright, fuck yeah. Next story. Okay, now, this one really surprised me. Israel crowns 93-year-old as Miss Holocaust survivor. Okay? Wholesome. Very nice. Okay, I agree. The only thing that bothers me is that it's a beauty pageant. Okay? It's... I'll just read the story. Haifa, Israel, a 93-year-old great-grandmother was crowned Miss Holocaust survivor on Sunday in an annual Israeli beauty pageant designed to put a smile on women who endured the horrors of the Nazi genocide. No, that is good. I agree. That is good. I guess it's just... I'm just gonna keep reading. Oh, fuck. Almost spilled my cruiser. Oh, no. We can't have that now. Gotta get my priorities right. If I knock my cruiser onto my fucking $2,000 computer, I'm trying to save the cruiser, not the computer, because I got my priorities right. I'll slurp it up from between the keys. Okay, a dozen contestants cautiously trod the catwalk, at times assisted in the city of Haifa, with hair coiffed. Coiffed? Is it coiffed? C-O-I-F-F-E-D. Is that coiffed? I'm gonna not say coiffed, I think coiffed. Makeup applied and sashes adorning their dresses. Several generations of relatives, along with well-wishers, cheered and snapped pictures, underscoring the organizers' message that the contest bestows glamour and honor on the dwindling number of those whose youth was stolen in wartime Europe, who went on to build new lives for themselves in Israel. I'm starting to question why I even brought this story up. There is nothing funny about this. It is a very nice story. Well done. Ladies of Israel, good job. Keep it up. Next story. Alright, let's get into some stories I can actually make appropriate jokes about. Sly Wilk says queefed. Are you sure? Are you sure it's queefed? I don't want to fucking go out there and say that in front of a big group of people one day and then just get laughed at, right? JT, yeah, liquid cooled CPU. That's right. There's no, let me tell you, Adrian's Tech Tips 101, okay? You want to cool down your CPU, alright? You can have 40 fans, right? It's not going to cool it as quick as liquid cooling. And the best kind of liquid cooling, vodka cruiser. Vodka mud shake, alright? You want to pour sticky, fucking gelatinous, dairy-based liquids over your thousands of dollars worth of equipment. Anyway, here's the next story. Very funny shit. So, 50 Cent says he bought 200 front row tickets to a Ja Rule concert just so they'd be empty. So this is the first I'm hearing of any beef between Ja Rule and Fitty. I am a big Fitty fan, I must say. Another singer, funnily enough, who had a movie about him, and who I got into after the movie, believe it or not. I did already know about Queen. Anyway, sounds like former Fire Festival participants aren't the only people who still have beef with rapper Ja Rule. Ja Rule's the guy who sung, those lips, those eyes, baby. Anyway, I'm paraphrasing there. 50 Cent, a man who divides his time evenly these days between acting in terrible movies, occasionally going bankrupt, and all-purpose trolling, is claiming that he recently bought out 200 front row seats at an upcoming concert from the Veni Vidi Vici rapper, solely so he could leave them empty. Now that's fucking great, man. That is such a troll move. Look. Wait, there's a picture. There. Oh man, that is fucking great. So there's a picture of... Oh no, it's photoshopped. Fuck! I really wish that wasn't photoshopped. Wait, maybe it's not. I don't know, but there's a... I'm pretty sure it is. There's a picture of 50 Cent and around 200 empty seats there, which he has taken it upon himself to book. And he's sitting there with that face on. I'm pretty sure it's photoshopped. Haters will say it's photoshopped. Anyway, 50 Cent made his claim on Instagram, complete with a photoshopped artist's rendering of the event, which, perhaps unintentionally, also presents a compelling image of what a Hollywood premiere of Den of Thieves 2 is likely to look like. So it sounds like this writer has personal beef with 50 Cent. That's okay. Alright? Just be the bigger man. Be 60 Cent. So there's Fitty, as we in the rap game call him. I'm good mates with him. I knew him when he was just 5 cent, and then inflation happened. That's how long I've known him. He started at the Great Depression as 5 cent, and his value just rose tenfold. Anyway, so the feud between 50... Here we go. Let's get to the juicy shit. Here comes the beef. Okay? You thought Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem was big. You ain't heard of Ja Rule and Fitty. The feud between Fitty and Ja Rule stretches back full on 20 years. Having outlasted multiple presidential administrations, several Supreme Court justices. This writer's funny. I appreciate this. And the productive period of both men's musical careers. And has encompassed everything from diss tracks to fist fights, cunts have punched up, and the occasional light stabbing. If this latest claim is true, though, it represents a new psychological height for the beef, as well as for 50 Cent's ongoing pursuit of spending his money on the pettiest of shit. No, I'm going to say spending your money. My goal is to get to get really rich just so I can do shit like this. You know what I mean? Like, just so I can fuck around with it. Like, I'll have money one day and I can't wait to just waste it in the dumbest ways possible. I don't know. I'm gonna do like what Oprah did. Like, you know how she bought, like, all her fans a car when they came to see her show? I'm gonna do that on the live stream. You're all gonna get something really inconvenient. I'm gonna give you all something really impractically large, but I'm gonna give it to you for free, so you have to accept it. You're all gonna go home with a fucking, like, 40-foot semi-trailer. A massive truck. I'm gonna give you all a big fucking semi-trailer truck, and you'll be like, holy shit, he's just given us all, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of truck, but Jesus Christ, it's large, and I live in a built-up city. What am I supposed to do with this? Anyway, you're free to sell it, by the way. Oh, that's the end of the story. Interesting. So what do we got? On YouTube, Adam Jensen, yes. 50 Cent, big gay. Yes, Adam Jensen. JTV, that's hilarious, but really crappy to do to people who just want to have fun. Yeah, that is true. I feel like you're sort of taking it out on his fans as well, because I mean that's not a nice thing. You don't want, like, if you're a massive fan of someone and then like you go to their concert and fucking all the front rows are empty. It's like it's not a nice feeling. Trust me, I've performed to audiences with very. It's not nice to perform to empty seats. Let me tell you that, okay? At least if I do on the live stream, I can't tell that no one's watching. No one's watching probably right now. That's fine. I'll talk to myself. If I'm gonna talk to myself anyway, I may as well have a camera on. Let's have it recorded in the infinite echoes of the universe. Michael Saparovich, when's Lil Schnitzel doing a diss track on him? Oh shit. Who should? Okay, here we go. There's a question. Sub question. Who should Lil Schnitzel diss? Who do you want a diss track on? Lil Schnitzel throws fucking fire. Who's it gonna be at? I want to throw shade. I want beef. I want beef and I want a queef. Tell me who you want Lil Schnitzel to diss. Okay. Sly Wilk, what is occasional light stabbing? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can lightly stab someone. Well, you can, like, I would say acupuncture is probably occasional light stabbing. But I'm not sure he booked him in for, like, an acupuncture class. It just doesn't really seem very vitriolic and angry, you know what I mean? I'm Adrian, I use big words. Will, everyone gets vodka cruisers under their seats. Yeah. No, everyone gets, like, a whole shipping container of vodka mudslides. There you go. Thank you for your loyal support. You can have an inconvenient amount, a huge amount of a drink that's going to expire really quickly because it's dairy-based. So you got to drink it hell quick, but the good news is it's not alcoholic, so you can literally fucking polish off a carton and go to work. Anyway. This is very funny, I'm enjoying this. Alright, here's a good one. Next story. Vatican releases Pokemon Go clone for Catholics. There you go. Any Catholics watching, and I myself was raised a Catholic, so Vatican releases Pokemon Go clone. So, if you are at the Vatican and you wanna fucking have a good time, okay, and the smoke and the bells aren't enough for you, you can now play, I don't think it's called, like, a Catholic Go or anything, but it's like, look, if you look at the picture on YouTube, it looks like a Pokemon Go where it's like you're walking around, there's a map, and it looks like you're walking around looking at different saints, I think. Anyway, let's read the story. I like to read the title, assume the entire story, tell you my thoughts, and then read the actual story and see where I was wrong. Anyway, a third-party developer with papal blessings, is it papal or papal? Whatever. Papal blessings from the Vatican has released a free smartphone app called JC Go. JC stands for Jesus Christ. Hey, you guys want to play? Oh, yeah, add me on Jesus Christ Go. Imagine that. Imagine, I'm going to do that. Like, we should go to a club, right, and you see a hot girl, and you start chatting, okay? Here's an advice for all you single fellas. Go to a club next time, get on the dance floor, it's all getting hot and heavy, you dance and you jive and you're having a good time. The girl's like, I really want to see you again, and you're like, hey babe, just add me on JC Go. and pull out your little JC Go app, Jesus Christ Go, and of course she's gonna pull hers out, and then you just do the little QR code. Next thing you know, you're shagging Papal style. Okay. Anyway, in JC Go, instead of catching Pokemon, players have to roam around the world to find Catholic saints and other biblical characters to join their evangelization team. Fuck yeah! Who needs the endless fun of Pokemon when you could just find saints? Holy shit. Instead of attacking them, you have to answer some of their questions before they can join your team. Wait, I'm not gonna lie, this sounds like a lot of fun. I wonder if you can get like, I wonder if they've integrated like other cities. Like, you reckon I could do it here? Were there any saints in fucking Perth? There are also various items sprinkled around Jesus Christ Go that allow players to eat, drink, and pray. Doing any of these actions will increase your stats. Fuck, are there like boss battles? Can you fight God? You can even donate to the app and receive in-game currency in return. And there's a picture of old mate Jesus Christ. Here we go. I'll move my head so you can see him. And there he is, you know, with his hat, with Ash Ketchum's hat. That is great. Fantastic. Alright. JC Go. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, they say. Cool. Alright. That was a good story. That was interesting. I like that. Bit of interesting shit. Marcus Pirage. You found Mary McKillop. You found Mary McKillop. You found Mary McKillop. Alright. Now, Mary McKillop, was she from Perth? Surely not. I mean, she was Australian, right? I'm pretty sure. Is she like the only saint? She is. I'm pretty sure she's like the only saint we've got. Okay. The joke now makes sense. Bruce, can you battle other religions? Yeah. The boss battle is in Mecca. When you get good enough, you get to fucking... You gotta fight a million Muslims at Mecca. You gotta fight your way through. That's the arena. You gotta get to that little fucking black box or whatever the hell they pray to. Sly, honestly, that's pretty cool as long as you can battle 6 versus 6 with others. Yeah, 6 with others. You can do 3-way, 6-way fights. You fight the devil. This is awesome. Alright, so, okay. Back to the question of little Schnitzel. Try Eminem like this. Diss yourself, says Adrian. Good one, Adrian. I like that. Who's still on Insta? I'm gonna download this shit. Guys, I reckon we should do that. I think that'd be really funny. If we all get JC Go and we all go fucking Jesus Christing together, I think that'd be a lot of fun. BXB Beck, that's not even JC's final form. That's right. He's back. Imagine if that's how Jesus Christ actually comes back. Through an app. What if Jesus actually added you? I don't know. Anyway. Alright, next story. Florida mayor accused of soliciting sex in exchange for installing speed bumps. Wow. For some reason, the writing is really small on this. Lantana for FLA, which I assume is Florida. An ethics panel has found a probable cause against a Florida mayor accused of soliciting sex from a resident in exchange for installing speed bumps in her neighborhood. In a statement Wednesday, hang on a sec. So, like, she offered him sex so that he would put in speed bumps, right? In a statement Wednesday, the Florida Commission on Ethics said it found probable cause that Lantana David Stewart, quotations, misused his position to attempt to obtain a sexual benefit for himself. And there he is. Oh my god, look at him. You're telling me you get speed bumps out of it and you get to have sex with this man right here. Sign me the fuck up, please. Please. I'm gonna need speed bumps between my house and his, because you will not be able to slow me down in having sex with this man. Fuck. Look at him. He looks like Santa cleaned up his act. You know what I mean? Like, Santa is like, this is what Santa Claus looks like for the other 11 months of the year. Alright. So, that's so funny. What a ridiculous story. In a statement, oh no, sorry. Stewart may settle the case or request a hearing for an administrative law judge. He was denied the allegations. He told the Daytona Beach News Journal it was inappropriate to comment at this time. In her January complaint to the commission, Catherine Padilla said Stewart promised the speed bumps she wanted as a safety measure would be approved if she had sex with him. The town approved the speed bumps in 2015. So my man got laid 3 years ago. Wow, and the story's finally coming out now. Jesus. That is such a funny story. I need more details. The guy who's commented on the video and says, I guess we have to call them speed bumps and grinds now. Good one. Good one, Alan Taylor. Well done. Alright, fuck, how's that? JTVJ, his shirt screams, I sell cleaning products. Adam Jensen, play some better Queen songs. Oh, alright, mate, I'll have you know, I'm playing only the best Queen songs. Thank you very much. Queen, yeah, I'm playing Yas Queen. 2018 compilation. Marcus Pyrovich, this is absolute bullshit. Marcus Pyrovich, who has some public office. Have you ever been asked for sex in exchange? Have you been offered sex in exchange for like a new fucking road or like a fence or some shit? Jesus loves speed bumps. Yes, that's right, Dre. Well documented. He loved his speed bumps. That's actually why he came back from the dead, funnily enough. Do you know that? Yeah. Anyway, Marcus Pyrovich, this is absolute bullshit. Couldn't agree. Hello, good morning, says Cuff Water. Good morning to everyone, by the way, if it's morning. Yilmaz, hello from Turkey again. Hello again. I heard you were creeping onto Katie last time, so let's hope that doesn't happen again, but hello. Alright. Tani, hello. Next story, let's do this. We are just over halfway. Listen to some sick music. And I say sick, seriously. The next comment, only play the songs he made before getting infected with AIDS. Well, he got infected with AIDS or got diagnosed at like, what? It was like 87? That was one of the inconsistencies in the movie. So, in the movie, oh, actually, you know, maybe this... Look, it's not really spoiler alert. He's been dead for a while. Anyway, in the movie, he gets diagnosed with AIDS before the Live Aid concert. The Live Aids concert. And, obviously, it's like a build-up to then. But the thing, like, what actually happened was that, he did the Live Aid concert in 85. And then 2 years later in 87, that's when he actually, got diagnosed. So, it's like, they did shit like that. They changed times around in the movie so that it would build a bit of, like, dramatic tension. Like, it gave them a bit of a climax, so to speak. Mind the pun, when we're talking about sexually transmitted life-threatening illnesses. So, like, yeah, so rather than having that, oh, big thing, great, big ending, awesome, fucking Live Aid, great concert, best rock show in history. By the way, the main character gets AIDS. You know what I mean? Like, having that at the end probably would have been a bit weird, so they moved that to the, you know, to happen a little bit earlier. Beautiful. Alright. Okay, here we go. Next story. More than 7,000 still watching black and white TV across the UK. Holy shit, did you know that? Is anyone live streaming this on their black and white smartphone? That's really going back, you know? Takes me back to the days. I used to have a black and white Game Boy. Did anyone have a black and white Game Boy? Call me an old fag, but I did have a black and white Game Boy. And, fucking, those were good times. The first Game Boy, I believe. Anyway, who wants newfangled 4K Ultra HD or a screen that's bigger than the room when you can have glorious black and white TV? It has been half a century since the dawn of colour television, but more than 7,000 people across the UK are still watching in black and white, according to TV licensing. Despite an increase... Hang on. How are they, like... I'm assuming the UK also is... You know, they've all got digital TV. Like, that's the only way you can get TVs is digital. How are they still watching it on black and white TVs? Like, in Australia, when everything moved to digital, TVs that didn't have a set-top box or weren't digital just stopped working. You couldn't fucking watch anything. And I'm no, like, technological historian, but I'm guessing a black and white TV didn't have inbuilt digital capabilities back when they were made in the fucking 30s. So... despite an increase in the use of smart televisions as well as tablets and smartphones to access TV content, some 7,161 UK households are spurning modern technology and have not switched over to colour transmissions. TV licensing spokesman Jason Hill, this is a great song by the way. Over half of the UK's TVs now connect to the internet, so it's interesting that more than 7,000 households still choose to watch their favourite shows on a black and white telly. These must be really old people, I'm guessing. He also warned that licenses are needed for all TVs and also to download BBC programs on any computer, tablet, or phone. BBC is also a porn category. There you go. The more you know with Adrian. Learning on a Sunday. Hey, last month, the TV licensing said more than 26,000 people between the ages of 18 and 25, so the young people, not even old people, had been caught watching live TV or BBC iPlayer without a license in the past year. Okay, so now it just goes on to talk about licensing and no one really gives a shit. Wow. So, you know, I'm guessing this is like the next... This is like... Cunts who buy, records. Where it's like, oh my god, like, you know, born in the wrong generation. Like, buying records because they're, like, vintage and cool. Maybe it's the same thing with TV. Maybe there's, some real hipsters who, like, still watch black and white TV. By the way, I've decided this is possibly my favorite Queen song. This is Radio Gaga. It's such a fucking banger, man. The build-up in the verse is just, ugh! Listen to it. Fuck yeah. I get so pumped, man. Just makes me want to get AIDS, you know? Alright, next story. California students mixed grandparents' cremated ashes into homemade cookies. So I remember was it last week or the week before, I asked on Instagram, where would you scatter your ashes? Because this story came out of people overwhelmingly scattering their ashes at Disneyland. And like, not even like kids, like old people, like wanting to scatter their ashes at Disneyland. And I got a lot of funny answers, a lot of silly responses. So I think someone said the Gucci store, which I thought was really funny. That's from a song, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so California students mix grandparents' cremated ashes into homemade cookies. Which reminds me of, was it Tupac? Or someone whose ashes... I don't think it was Tupac, must have been like... Couldn't have been him, surely. Someone's ashes, some rapper's ashes got like mixed into weed that got chopped up and then like all his homies smoked him. Which is fucking really fucked. Like to smoke your friend, you know, like I get it. I see the thought, but... in a weird way, that's sort of gay. You know what I mean? It's gay because your homie's inside you, you know? You're being penetrated. Alright. What a fucking banger. This is my favorite bit. How good is it? I'm not one of those people who's like, oh my god, born in the wrong generation. But this would have been absolutely awesome when it came out. Anyway. Police in California are investigating a report that a high school student mixed the cremated ashes of a grandparent into a batch of homemade cookies and shared them with her classmates. It was a girl. Wow. Explain yourself, ladies. You're all held accountable for this. That's how identity politics works. 2 students are thought to have been involved in the baking of the sandy textured biscuits, which were sampled by at least 9 youngsters at the Da Vinci Charter Academy just west of Sacramento. Nobody has suffered any ill effects, and cremated human remains are not poisonous. Although Davis Police Lieutenant Paul Doroshow told the Sacramento Bee there could be some emotional issues experienced. Yeah, maybe. But the one person who's most connected with the grandmother clearly has little respect for her because he's putting her in, you know, biscuits. By the way, biscuits are what Australians call cookies, so there's a little world lesson for you. One classmate, Andy Knox, told TV station KCRA, I didn't believe her until she pulled out the urn. She told me there's a special ingredient in the cookie. I was kind of horrified. Yeah, rightly so. That's pretty fucked. But what if they opened the urn and it was just butter? That's just how they store butter at their house. Mr. Doroshow added that the motives behind the culinary crime were unknown, but said the suspects were unlikely to be charged and that officers would leave it to the school to handle the issue. Like, what law is that breaking? Is there, like, surely there's no law that exists. This has got to be without precedent. Surely, no one's done this. Like, is disrespecting the dead, is that like a... Can you get in trouble for that? Like, I'm pretty sure as long as you're not having sex or doing lewd things with a dead body, I'm pretty sure there's no law against, like, doing anything with remains. I don't know. In a letter sent to parents, Head teacher Tyler Millsap said the pair were remorseful and that it had become a personal family matter. Now that is an awkward dinner to have with your family afterwards. And in a further statement, he assured locals that there was no health risk to the wider community. He told the Bee, "We always take allegations of wrongdoing seriously and we conduct thorough investigations that involve the police or other entities when appropriate." Wow. That's fucked, man. That's, I'm not gonna lie, those cookies do look really nice, though. Okay, I'll file pick, so these aren't the cookies in question. Knowing me, I eat a lot, and if someone gave me cookies, and I had, like, a mouthful of them, and they told me that it had, like, their dead grandma in there, I'd think about it first, you know, like, maybe I wouldn't spit it out immediately, but, you know, if a good cookie, a free cookie's a free cookie, right? What can you say? Ah, Katie, welcome. Good afternoon. Hey, you're late. All good. This is what I'm drinking tonight, by the way. Milkshake, mud shake. Here we go. Vodka Cruiser mud shake. We're listening to Queen. We're having a good time. What you just missed is that some dead grandma has been cremated and put into a batch of cookies that this girl gave her friends. So, Dre, haha, it's absolutely gay. Tupac is not dead. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. Pardon me. I made a mistake there. I should have known better. I think Tupac choreographed 9/11, which was an inside job. Fucking blokes. Oh, here we go. I'm missing all these comments. Zly. Oh my god, there's so many comments. How much shit did I miss? Fuck. Okay. Joel Olesh. I bet you get asked this a lot, but would you be able to bring back the incense administrator? Yes, of course. Oi, I fucked up my hairdryer with that thing. I like... Ask Adam Jensen. Adam Jensen was there. He's the one who filmed it. We were in my room. That's the first video of mine that got relatively big. Me blowing 50 fucking incense sticks through a hairdryer at my own face. As you do. Yeah, no, so we sticky taped all those incense to the back of the thing. And like, because that's where it takes in air. So it was just sucking through all the incense and the fire was you know, ablazing. But like, air wasn't getting into the hairdryer properly, and so it almost fucked up the hairdryer. I don't know if it still works, but it still smells like, I believe Puff the Magic Dragon was the flavor. It smells like Mystic Rose. Alright. Remy, only play the songs you make. Okay, you already said that. Read that. Sorry. It's open history. AIDS is an MK Ultra PsyOps project. Yes, couldn't agree more. Also, what do you rate the movie? Adam Jensen. Well, Adam Jensen, I rate it... I can't give you a serious answer. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it like a 7.5. I'm not much of a movie review guy. Anyway. Nokia Brick says Joel Olesh. Remy Laval. My dad says that AIDS is God's punishment for gays, avoiding the punishment of having to deal with women. Oh, mate. You tell him. You tell him, Remy. Women destroyed. Dre. Well, I did like it 20 years ago. Black and white Game Boy with contrast slider was the shit, says Lie. Yes. Michael Sapirovich. I'm assuming there would be adapters for STB to the TV. I assume so. Yes. Dre. But still, like 6,500 of them. That's a lot. That's a real commitment for what seems like a stupid thing to do. This is not Queen, by the way. This is some weeb girl singing and trying to be Japanese. She might be Japanese. I don't know. Sacha Baron Cohen should have played Queen. Yeah, I've had that video recommended a bunch of times where he says why he didn't play Queen. Sorry, Freddie Mercury. But I haven't watched it yet, so I'll do that. Brennan, hi. Tupac is not dead. It's absolutely gay. Grandma got baked, says Will. Yes. Might gain Grandma's powers, though. Yeah, well, she's not that powerful, is she? Because she's dead. If she's so powerful, she wouldn't be dead. That tastes like Grandma's old-style recipe. Sorry, I meant, that tasted like Grandma. Yeah, good one, Adam Jensen. What if Grandma had AIDS? Oh, shit. Fuck. Man, what if? What if she died of AIDS? Nah, it's okay. I think the fire kills all the bacteria. AIDS is a virus. SN, what do you call American biscuits, then? American biscuits are cookies, aren't they? But Americans have a word for, like, they use the word biscuit, but they're referring to something else, I believe. I think biscuits are like crackers. I don't know. What the fuck? I don't know. Freedom biscuits. Yeah, it's a lie. Freedom biscuits. That's it. We call them buns. American biscuits are scones in Australia. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that. Scones are... I'm not a scone man. I'm not a big scone person. Adam, it's finished downloading. So you got Christ. You got JC Go. Awesome. Okay. Next story. We've got 14 minutes. Okay, we're going to skip that one. Let's go... Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Back from the dead. Aigali Supyegaliev turns up 2 months after burial in Kazakhstan. Yejimash. Speaking of Sacha Baron Cohen, we have, what's his name? Borat's place of birth, home, being referenced in this story. So, here we go into the story. A man who was thought to be dead has turned up at his family's home 2 months after they apparently buried him. Aigali Supyegaliev from Kazakhstan was pronounced dead after DNA tests on badly burnt human remains proved that, with 99.2% certainty, that they were his. Authorities issued an official death certificate, and he was buried in September in the Muslim cemetery of Tamale, his family's hometown just north of the Caspian seaport of Atiru. Fuck these Kazakhstanis and their weird-ass words. His brother Esengali whatever. His brother S told the AZH.KZ news site, "We held a wake and the extended family organised a traditional Konil Shay ceremony where friends can share tea and sympathy with the bereaved. When Uncle Agalavi walked through the door, hale and hearty 2 months after we buried him, my daughter's soul nearly dropped dead of a heart attack. Agali, 63, had left home one June morning and didn't come back. Agali had been known to wander off for a week or two before, his siblings said. So when Agali walked through the door 2 months later, he had some explaining to do. It turns out that he had taken up an offer to work in a nearby village from a man he'd met down the market that fateful day. Once the work was finished, 4 months later, Agali walked all the way back to Tomali. Neither the police nor the regional justice department were available to comment on the story." Holy shit. Which makes me wonder, who did they bury? Who's the burnt guy? Wow. By the way, I just read the story about the fucking, that nightclub. It's an old internet story. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the nightclub. But, like, it burnt down, like, in like 5 minutes, and, like, 100 people died. It's so fucked. Great White were playing. If anyone can remember the name of the club, but, yeah, holy shit. That's fucked. Anyway, fascinating story. Next story, here we go. Oh my god. How could they do this? Chinese city bans dog walking in daylight hours. Oh my god. They all just get too hungry, that's what it is. If you take a dog for a walk in China, it doesn't come back, unseasoned. A city in China has banned pet owners from walking their dogs in daylight hours. Pet owners in Wenshan will no longer be able to take their dogs out for a walk between the hours of 7 AM and 10 PM. And they can't take them to parks, shopping centres, sports facilities, and other public places. Now, this is really strange, because in Australia, I'm seeing more and more dogs fucking everywhere I go. Like, I hang out in Fremantle a lot, and, there's, like, everywhere you go, south of Geno's and, like, off the main strip, there's just dogs fucking everywhere. All of South Freo, I spent a bit of time there. There's just so many fucking dogs, it's ridiculous. Everyone takes their dogs everywhere. I was out at a bar with my brother, with some friends, like a month or two ago. Adam Jensen was also there. Ho ho! And, fucking, some dickhead had his dog in the club. Like, not the club, but the bar. Had his, like, dog inside the venue. And my brother, like, stepped back, stepped on the dog's paw, and the poor thing was like, backed away. And, like, it was just so funny, because Adam, my brother, looked like the bad guy, when really this idiot shouldn't have brought his fucking dog into a pub in the first place. But it was just incredibly funny. It was a very funny, also sad situation. I do love dogs very much. Fuck him, I'll walk my dog anyways. They are idiots. Dre, yes, that's right. Brennan, don't walk your dinner, that's right. You want him to be fat and juicy and well rested. Oh, Dre, edgelord, was he a black father? Referencing the last story. Maybe. He heard he had a kid. The results from Maury came in. Almost everyone has a dog in Montreal. Yeah, no shit. I know Australia has one of the world's highest dog ownership rates. Joel Olesh, I forgot which city you're at. I am from Perth. Perth in Australia. Newsflash for everyone who's not Australian. There is more than just Sydney in this country. Sydney is not the only city. Surprise, I'm sorry I had to break the news to you now, but you're here around supportive people. Oh, by the way, the song currently playing, as you may know, I'm also a Lil Peep fan. Bit of a deviation from Queen, but new Peep album. Peep that shit. And this song is called 16 Lines. It's not bad, I like it. I feel like some shitty radio host. That was 16 Lines. Coming up next, we've got some more Lil Peep from his debut album. No, his sophomore album. Is that second? Anyway, next story. No, not finish this story. Many provinces across China have strict rules on dog ownership. A result of the belief of Communist China's founder Mao Zedong that they are a bourgeois affectation. Dude, you fucking... Communism never fails to, time and time again, prove its retardation. In Beijing, large dogs are banned in the city center, and across the country, dog parks are in a rarity, with animals often required to stay on the lead. Speaking of communism, I had a fucking dream the other night that it was 2018 and I was hanging out with Stalin. I was literally like hanging out with Stalin like we were friends. And I'm like the biggest anti-communist you'll ever meet. And for some reason I'm just hanging out with Joseph Stalin. And we're just doing like 2018 things. Like we're fucking walking around getting coffees and shit. It was the most absurd, patently absurd dream I've ever had. Alright. Fuck. We got 7 minutes. Next story. What comments am I missing here? Brennan, yeah, I think Adrian is good looking enough to be our PM. Well, I'm flattered you think that. I'm not sure if that qualifies me to be the head of a state, but I do appreciate it. Maybe I'll try. My goal is to do that. I'm gonna get like become a rich guy at some point, become a rich old man, and like all rich old men, eventually have such a big ego that I decide I want to get into politics and try and change the world. To be honest, I much prefer this. Katie, I'm home alone and some dude just came to my door and asked if some girl named Sarah was here. If I died tonight, R.I.P. Yeah, that's... Well, I hope you... Well, firstly, I hope you don't die, Katie. I hope you stay safe. If you hear more knocks, call someone. But press F, everybody. F to pay respects to Katie right now. Katie will need our respects. Press F right now. I'm gonna do that in the comments. F. Error. Try again. No worries. I can't even post on my own chat. Sounds good. Alright. Next story. But seriously, Katie, I hope you're alright. Make sure you call the cops if anything happens. Blogger detained for being disrespectful to Chinese national anthem. You don't fuck with the Chinese national anthem, man. Come on. Oh, good. The Fs again. Katie, you'll be happy to know the Fs are getting absolutely smashed on YouTube, which is good also because it proves to me there's not that big a delay. Trust me, you'll be fine. You've got the F army at your back right now. You're getting F'd up. Alright. Blogger detained for being disrespectful to Chinese national anthem. Now, China have a really fucking weird 1984 thing going on over there, where like they've got this whole idea of like sesame points and shit, where they're getting an increasingly autocratic government where they got one cunt in charge of everything, and they're basically, I don't know, it's really bad. Anyway, a blogger in China was detained for 5 days for being disrespectful to the national anthem, Shanghai police said. Yang Kaylee, sounds like a rapper actually, Yang Kaylee, posted a video of her humming marching music before reciting the first line of the national anthem while waving her hands as if conducting an orchestra. The 20-year-old is then seen greeting her audience with, "Hello, good evening, comrades." Last year, Beijing introduced a law which says nobody who mocks the March of the Volunteers can be held in police detention for up to 15 days. Sorry, anybody you mock. Wow, okay, so you could be locked up for 15 days for talking shit about the Beijing national anthem. Shanghai police said Miss Yang was disrespectful to the dignity in the national anthem and invited disgust among citizens. Live streaming sites are not outside the law, police said in a post on their account, on their verified account on China's Twitter, Weibo. Of course. Miss Yang apologized last week in a social media post, vowing to stop live streaming to conduct self-rectification and seriously watch patriotic publicity films. Dude, this is fucked, man. The national anthem law also covers the Chinese special administrative regions of Hong Kong and Macau. Wow, that's real, yeah, that's real weird. Like, the fact that she's come back, that's what worries me, is that, like, she's come back, like, brainwashed, being like, I need to watch Chinese propaganda, to learn the error of my ways. Oh, this is a great song, by the way. This is Falling Down. This is that bonus track where they mixed in XXX Tentacion into the fucking, Peep song, which apparently was controversial because apparently Lil Peep didn't like him. Okay, apparently he was trying to get all his songs off X's playlist, some shit, I don't know. And apparently he didn't like the fact that he beat his girlfriend one time, which no one likes. It was an awful thing. Adam Jensen. Fun fact: if you speed up Chinese people talking by ×4 speed, they sound like minions. Fun fact. There you go, guys. Look up Chinese national anthem on YouTube and play it at 4 times the speed and it becomes the fucking minion national anthem. And then, like, you can just punctuate it with the sounds of Gru if you open another Chinese video and play it at half the speed. Dre, Lil Peep. Alright. This is a good song. I really like okay. I really like sad music for some reason. It's fucking very strange. I'm never, literally never sad. Like, there's like one emotion that I just don't feel. You know, unless like someone close to me has died. And that doesn't happen very often. That's like a once in a fucking... That probably happens like once every 6 years or something. Other than that, I never feel sad. But I like this sort of sad music. It's cool. I don't know. I like it. What an edgelord that Adrian is. Oh, he's so dark and edgy. Alright. The most profound shower thoughts on Reddit this week. Here we go. The shower isn't just a place to sing. Separated from our cell phones, standing under running water often allows people's minds to run free. Reddit has an entire shower thoughts subreddit dedicated to the miniature epiphanies you have that highlight the oddities within the familiar. In honor of those weird, wonderful, and sometimes profound musings, here are some of the best posts from the last week. Here we go. Horses would be way more scary if they ate meat. Yes. Yes, they would. That is very spooky. Oh yeah, Katie, man, I'm the biggest emo. I'm such an emo kid, you know. I've got, you know, my MSN name had all these X's in it. I was Black Goth Boy 69. Goth Boy Click. Alright. So easy a caveman can do it completely ignores the fact that cavemen were able to start fires without matches and could kill animals several times their size with nothing but very basic weaponry. That is true. Axes are tree cyborgs created by humans to destroy other trees. That reminds me of that fucking, that, like, fucking meme where it was, if you go out, well, sometimes I go outside and eat scrambled eggs to show, I was like, when a bird shits on my car, I go outside and eat scrambled eggs to show them what I'm capable of. Which, when you think about it, is pretty fucked. You're not eating their babies, you're eating their period, which is a line that vegans try and use to make eggs gross you out, but mate, with those macros, with that much protein and that flavor, you're never going to talk me out of it, right? Eggs could literally be the shit of chickens and I'd still eat them. Alright, we have, fuck, 1:20. We got one more. Well, let's go through a few more of these profound thoughts, okay? And it's okay. Dre, I'm not going to cut myself. I'm not a self-harming kind of guy. I like my life too much, don't worry. You've probably once had a dream so vivid that you think it is a memory even though it never really happened. Interesting. That is true. I'm pretty sure I was hanging out with Stalin. We were hanging out the other day. He reanimated, just like the guy from the that story in Kazakhstan. I remember personally burying fucking Stalin and he just comes back. Dude was just doing work in a neighboring village. It becomes less and less acceptable to cry in public the older you get, despite the reasons for doing so becoming more and more valid. Oh, mate. Dark. Alright. Hand dryers are a really good way to waste 5 minutes before you wipe your hands on your pants. Yes. Okay. Old meme. We all know this. If you homeschool your kids, everywhere you go with them is a field trip. Very good. And lastly, Dracula can't see his reflection, but his outfit and hair are always on point. Dracula has a stylist. Yes. Alright, guys. That is the end. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. New video out this week. I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a great weekend. I'll see you all next week. Catch you later. Have a great week. And see you next Sunday. Alright, the YouTube's still going. I have to do like a formal goodbye for Instagram because that fucking cuts out early for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, guys on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. You know, just talking shit, having a good time. If you're watching on YouTube right now, guys, please hit the notification bell so you can see all my videos. I want them like injected, like if you can get like an IV so they go straight into your bloodstream, I'd do that. But YouTube, despite my frequent asks and calls, have not installed an IV button just yet. Nonetheless, we'll get there. We'll keep fighting the good fight. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that notification bell so you can see all my work. And other than that, guys, have a good week. I'll see you next Sunday. New video this week. Catch you later. Goodbye. Leave off with a bit of peep. Okay.